How about it, Michael Davis on trombone, composer. Phil Hay, conductor of Jazz Ensemble Tune. How about this band? All right, we're going to do a real quick changeover. The band is going to pull a Snagglepuss and exit stage left. That's a reference that's lost on younger viewers, but that's all right. I kind of like it that way. We're going to bring Jazz One on in just 1 second. So sit tight. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. We started with a bit of Matt Healy on the trombone. How about Trevor Crawford on the trumpet? Give the drummers some. Nathan Clares on the drums. So we have an all-trombone player written program for you. That was composed by trombonist extraordinaire and composer extraordinaire Bob Brookmeyer, one of the true masters of the craft, composition entitled Seesaw. This next piece that we're going to play is an arrangement by a former student. Daniel Casillo was a trombone student here, also did quite a bit of arranging for us. And this was something that he actually wrote for an arranging class last year. And the class is, we read all of the student projects in the class, but we don't really have time to rehearse them a whole lot. And I thought this one was worthy of a little bit of extra attention. So, and Dan is here. He's currently continuing his studies down at the University of North Texas. But he made the trip up to the frozen north, and I'm going to invite him on stage just to talk about the arrangement just a little bit. Daniel J. Casillo, ladies and gentlemen. The floor is yours, Senator.
Hi, everyone. Before I start talking about my piece, I'm going to explain why I sound the way I do. I made the mistake of scheduling tickets to a hockey game the night before I had these speaking engagements here. So if there's one thing that we can learn from my mistake, don't scream at the top of your lungs at a hockey game the night before you have to talk on stage. So, yeah, I wrote this piece, Some More Blues. It's based on No More Blues, but rather than go on and on about how I thought about this piece and how I gave the solo to the first trombone because I really wanted to torture one of my best friends, Michael Stowe, or how I don't know what a saxophone is, or how to write for drums, or how to write for guitar, or how to write for piano. Instead of doing all of that, I'm going to do something in the spirit of Matt Healy when he announced his piece, Sung for You, last year, and I'm just going to do a bunch of thank yous. So, thank you to Dean Sorensen for allowing me to come on stage and flap my lips over and over. Thanks to the University of Minnesota and both the jazz ensembles and Jazz One for debuting my piece. Thanks for Michael Stowe for not telling me I'm too crazy when I put this thing on the page, despite the fact that there are some wild things in here. Thanks to all of you guys that are here participating in this festival. Thanks to friends and family and all those people that are watching online. Thanks to my small crowd of supporters here from Texas and from Colorado, where I came from as well. Thanks specifically to Macy Jordan, I'm going to embarrass her because I always do, for supporting me and everything that I do. Thanks to all the people that support all of us musicians, all of us that devote our life to this beautiful craft. So I'm going to get on stage before I start crying, and I'm going to stop talking about how I'm so excited. I might pee myself after this. So we're going to run off, and we're going to let these guys toot some more notes. Thanks so much.
How about Lauren Hagen on the bass? Michael Stowe on trombone. Heard some more from Nathan Clares on the drums. And how about that arrangement? Daniel J. Castillo. All right, so it gives me great pleasure to bring Michael Davis back on stage. I've known of him for many, many years. His 20-minute warm-up is a staple of my practice routine. And any trombonist out here will do themselves a favor to go to hipbonemusic.com and look at all the materials that he has for trombones, really for all brass instruments. He's a marvelous writer, pedagogue. He does a video interview called Bone to Pick. That's fantastic to watch. He's got a whole series of online lessons called Hip Bone U that's available. I mean, the guy is just a beast when it comes to creating really, really great content. And on top of that, I've been a fan of his playing forever and a fan of his writing forever. Our paths have crossed various times over the years. This is really the first time we got a chance to do something like this together. And I was afraid that the snowstorm was going to cancel the whole bloody deal. But I'm glad that it didn't. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome back to the stage Michael Davis. Oh yeah, I don't have to change this anymore. Why don't we just, we'll do the first one.
Thank you so much. How about this band, huh? Woo! All under the direction of the great Dean Sorensen. Yeah. Also gave me the nicest introduction I've ever heard from anybody, and it was a little too much, actually, I have to say, but much appreciated. That was a piece of mine called Pacific Daylight. I've lived in New York for the last 87 years, but before that I grew up in California, so I always kind of wondered what it would have been like if I had ended up there instead of New York, but New York's been awesome. I originally recorded it on, I think it was on my second CD as a leader, and then adapted it for various different groups, and then we did a big band arrangement for the original Hip Bone Big Band CD. We're going to continue with a tune, a little bit of a Latin flavor. This I recorded with great Brazilian guitarist and singer, Tanina Horta, originally just done as kind of a small ensemble, and then once again arranged it for the big band. I hope you like this one. It's called Zona.
We can kill this one. Charlie Gannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, this band is strong and brave too. They're going to perform a piece that it requires a little bit of another one of my goofy title things. I had the good fortune of touring with the Rolling Stones for about 15 years on and off again. They do like a year and a half, 2 years, and they go count their money for a year, and then they come back and decide to do some more. And had the good fortune to play in the Twin Cities several times at the old Metrodome and also at the, what's the arena in Minneapolis called? The Target Arena, and then also the one in St. Paul, so got to spend some good time here. At any rate, I was recording this record called Bone Town with the great bass trombone player from Los Angeles, Bill Reichenbach, in rhythm section. And one of the things you like to do when you mix a record is listen to it on different systems, you know, to just see if everything's true and see how things are kind of lining up for you. And like, for instance, I always listen to it in my car because it's never going to sound worse than it sounds in my car. So I know if I can get it to where I like it in the car, okay, good, we're good to go. Anyway, I was out on this tour, and I had done this particular piece that we're going to do next for just 2 trombones. It's called Trombone Institute of Technology. And so I was in the lounge where the band hangs out, and there's nobody there. I got there early. And then all of a sudden, Charlie Watts, who was the great drummer of the Rolling Stones, who's unfortunately passed away, but Charlie walks in, he's like, "Michael, what are you listening to?" And I said, "Oh, Charlie, I'm sorry. I'm just, just checking these mixes on this. I just wanted to hear this in this system." And he goes, "Well, what is this? This sounds a bit bizarre. I mean, when's the rest of the band coming?" I said, "Well, I wanted to write something that just had the 2 trombones." He's, "Why would you do that? I mean, that doesn't make sense." And then I said, "Well, Charlie, actually I went to this school that Dean Swartz and I both went to. So this school called Eastman School of Music. And, it was largely because of this one amazing teacher, Amory Remington, was very, very, very well known for producing really fine trombone players. And he looked at me as if, there's another one of you who can actually play this thing?" So I said, "Yeah, no, all these people and all these great players in major orchestras and studios and everything, a lot of them went to Eastman, back in the day especially." And so he just looked at me and said, "So what is this place, the Trombone Institute of Technology?" So I said, "Okay, that's too good. I got to use it as a title." So we hope you like this one. If you don't, it's only 2 minutes long, so it'll be over soon.
rhythm section, you're free to go. We got one more tune for you, but before we play that, would you folks just settle down, settle down, settle down. Yeah, nobody's coming for you. It's okay. Yeah, just settle down. Before we go, a quick poll. This is our maiden voyage doing a noontime concert. Do you like it? All right. So maybe this is something we'll do in the future. Those of you who are going to eat lunch at Middlebrook, your guide will meet you up in the Ferguson lobby and take you over to Middlebrook for lunch. Those of you who aren't eating lunch at Middlebrook, I'm very sorry for you. They do a wonderful lunch, and Saturday is Pheasant Foie Gras Day. So those of you who are eating lunch at Middlebrook are in for a real treat. Before we go, a couple thank yous I need to pass out. I need to pass out some thank yous to the technical staff here at Ted Mann Concert Hall, the sound folks, the lighting folks, the stage folks. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. I also need to throw a huge shout out to Mr. Max Frank, who is the Jazz Ensemble or the Jazz Festival administrator. He's the one who makes the trains run on time and makes sure that all the I's get dotted and the T's get crossed. So he's upstairs, I believe. But Max, shout out to you. Thank you very much. We couldn't do this without you. I also want to say a huge thank you to my dear friend and colleague Phil Hay, who ran Jazz 2 earlier and has been running the combos forever. It's just a real privilege to get to work with folks like him, friends like him, and so I'm very, very blessed. So Phil, thanks to you. And I want to thank also the students in Jazz 2, many of whom are sitting out here, and in Jazz Ensemble 1 that are sitting out here, and also in the Jazz Combos who played last night. Most of the stuff that happens here happens because of work and labor that they do, not only the music making, of course, and preparation and all that kind of stuff, but also just moving chairs and stands and getting rooms set up and all that other stuff that needs to happen. So thank you to the band members hugely for everything that you do. And last but certainly not least, can we hear it one more time for Mr. Michael Davis on trombone? We're going to end with another one of his compositions. This is entitled Butterball. Thank you so much. Graham McChesney on tenor. Nick Players once again on the drums. Jazz Ensemble 1. Michael Davis. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. We'll reset the stage. The next band is going to come on here at 1 o'clock, and we look forward to resuming the festival. Thank you so much, everyone.
Invention is an act of determination to go where you couldn't before. The all-new Pilot Trail Sport, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
Welcome to the Living Room Piano course. My name is Mark and I will be your instructor for the entire course. In this video